Alright guys, this is going to be a part 2 to my reaction video to Vapor RC. He asked what all the hype was on the Rlaarlo release of the XTS S10. At this point I don't even want to go to YouTube today. My entire feed, every other video, is that stinking car, and it proves the point that I was trying to make. Now, I did watch Derby put out another video talking about shills and to give you my whole take on this whole situation. For those that have been around long enough, you got the old Rlaarlo first came out with the 114 scales, which they basically came out with a line of WL 1.4s and 1.12s that were better. They were more. They averaged about $50 more per car, but they inundated all of the YouTubers that had any pull, and we're throwing cars at them left and right. And you see that going out there. The guys are saying, oh, we got an eval unit. And they're saying in their videos, I remember all this. I remember thinking, oh, those are awesome cars. They originally came with carbon fiber and they went to metal. All that stuff aside, like, they're doing the same thing again. It's the same thing they did with the X12S last year. They gave us a brand new car that was awesome. It actually gave a lot of publicity to our speed run challenge that we did for 2025, and it's still ongoing till the end of December. And we got AMX12s because the X12s weren't in stock around Christmas time. They were just not available, so they put a sale on the AMX12s for like $100, and you can't beat that roller for that price. That was like the steal of the century. I was so happy about Rlaarlo. I was so happy that they had new cars coming out in the 112s, which is kind of my deal. Like, those that watch my channel, I do a lot of 112s because that's like the perfect size for my track. Anywhere from the 116 to 112 is like, that's a sweet spot. Anyways, so I'm looking at all these videos. I see that Derby puts out another video basically talking about, I'll put a link, one to the Vapor, whatever, the Vapor RC one, that the reaction that I did, and over here we'll do one for the shill one that Derby's got going on. I'm not gonna do a reaction, or I'm just gonna talk about what he's absolutely right. Derby, like, to call these guys shills that are making these videos is wrong, because it's got nothing to do with them. They're, as a creator, I want manufacturers to send us cars. I want to see these cars. I can't afford to buy all these cars. So anytime you get an eval unit, you'd hope that the company's reputable enough where they want to really see the problems with the car, unless they already know there's problems. And from it sounds like they knew they had a lot of problems going into this. So they went into this knowing they got a car that's got problems and sending it out. There's literally 50 videos on this car. Now, I don't care if you liked or disliked, or what your video was like, or if you're a fanboy or Rlaarlo, or if you hated it. Like, I know that Beyond RC, he's got his personal feelings on it, and I like that he's willing to say not necessarily what people like. Sometimes I feel he likes to get things heated, but that's how you get conversations started too, so I get that. But anyways, none of these guys are shills. I don't think that any of the creators had anything negative to do. What you got to look at is, I mentioned PSYOP in the last video, and that's truly what this is. When the X12S came out, they didn't have as many cars to go out, so they missed out on what they're banking on. And you see it when they put out another video today of their new commercial, which is going to gain a huge amount of traction, which I don't know if you realize, but Rlaarlo really doesn't have a lot of subscribers, and they don't get a lot of views on their actual videos. They rely on the community to pass the information along, because as a manufacturer, you should realize your best advertising are people like us, not necessarily the large ones, because your turnover in advertising, or at least over the last year, is more on the smaller guys than it is like you get more purchases from a smaller guy than you do from a larger guy. You might get more volume from a larger guy, but the cost per click, or the engagement per click, is much higher on a smaller one, because people that are watching the smaller ones are more vested into the person, and they have a better relationship and rapport. So that aside, them flooding the market with all these cars, I feel like they're pandering to a demographic. They're pandering to the Tamiya guys. Put it simply, the car only change it made was wheelbase so that you can use Tamiya bodies. Let's get around the rest of the bullshit. Funny thing about Tamiya guys is they don't really run cars. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you guys love your shelf queens. I don't see, like, you'll run them once in a while. There's not a lot of you that run your cars a lot and take them and use them real world more than once when you first build it. And even then, it's very rarely that. So you're talking about shelf queen, and you're talking about a Chinese car that allows you to put a body on it that costs twice as much as a Tamiya kit to put a Tamiya body on it. Like, this doesn't even make sense. This sounds like you were listening to some guys that said, "Oh, they wouldn't normally buy a Rlaarlo. They would normally buy a kit car." And you're listening to them to get that group to buy this car. And the guys that buy these ready to runners are like, I look at my demographics pretty close, and I do a lot of Tamiya builds. I do a lot of ready to runners. I do a lot of all budget stuff. Like, I don't buy a kit that's over a 150, really. I mean, I think I've had one, which I think was the Wolverine, the Boomerang. Go check that one out if you see. Anyways, so you understand what my point is. Like, and I'm not knocking it. Like, you finding your market is finding your market. But I really think you did fail. I really think that what you instead of what a smart marketing would do is you wouldn't have all these guys, like, literally 50, 60 guys. That means you sent out 50, 60 cars, $400 cars. This had to cost you a lot. But the mistake was having them all put them out at once. When you have them all at once, yeah, you're going to have a huge drive. And right now with the Black Friday sales that are going to be going on, I guarantee you probably sell a bunch. And I guarantee you probably run out and people are going to be stuck on back order. Because that's what happened last year with the X12S. And I can see it happening again. And you're going to end up substituting the F10 and you're going to sell a bunch of them to be. So, as I was saying, the shill comments, like, his video, Derby's video, was spot on. He told you exactly, this is pre-production, this is what, but he showed you him using it. He showed him beating the crap out of it. So I don't think there's any shills. I don't think any of the creators are at fault. But to have them all at once, to be inundated like that, we've been lied to by the news and by our own media for so long that everyone can see through it. All right, let's try this again. I'm having problems with my memory cards lately. I don't know if you noticed that. Anyways, I lost my flow completely. What it comes down to, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, and I'm nobody. I'm just a little YouTuber. It's not even, not nothing. You got to have the customers' loyalty in order to command what you're commanding from them, from a manufacturer. I can foresee it. They're going to run out by the time Christmas comes, and they're going to then put a bunch of other stuff on sale. And look at that, the 917s of the rollers are on sale again, and whatever else they have left in the warehouse, and which you can't see. That's why there's armor. All right, new memory card. Let's see if this works. So I don't know where I left off. I've lost my train of thought completely, but this release of this car has pretty much put me in the situation, like, we've already had a discussion with a bunch of the speedrun guys about finding another car, because it sounds like the 110s are going to be the next on the chopping block for getting rid of. discontinuing. You know, like how do you have three new cars last year this time of year, and now they're all gone and they're discontinued and you can't even buy them no more. You can't get parts. You get no. What are you doing? You're pandering to another group of guys. I honestly don't know what you're thinking. I watched about 10 minutes of their live stream this morning because I can't get around seeing Rlaarlo in my feeds. And I was just like, whatever. It's all double talk. It's all baloney. Make you feel like you're one of the guys and you're connected to them. They do the same thing on the Facebook. Vapor was right on. Like, it's all smoke and mirrors and blowing smoke up your butt. Now again, the creators, the guys that are creating these videos, I would do the same thing. If I was given a car and I didn't have the history that I have with Rlaarlo, I would do the same exact thing. And like Derby City said, he's given honest reviews, and then those companies ghost you. So you're putting these guys in the creators got to realize that they're putting you in a bad spot too. Because if you are too critical, they're going to not use you again. And then you lose your pipeline for one, information on what's coming out, and two, the possibility of getting a sample, which saves you money. Because we don't make, I don't know what you guys think, but I don't think, I put out a lot of videos and we don't make squat. I don't think we'll be in the black until we're at least at 5,000 subs. And that's if, and that doesn't even include the cars and all other stuff, which is why you see me wheeling and dealing and doing the Amazon stuff, which, by the way, we're going to be doing an Amazon Black Friday specials. A lot of the cars we got in recently were all evaluations for the Black Friday special. A bunch of different little guys, mostly stuff for the kids, not like hobby grade stuff, but running the. Anyways, so shameless plug, because that is what we're here for. I'm not ignorant to that. I don't fault the guys. All the guys that do make all these videos and they put work into it, and they're trying to make the best product to entertain. But there's a fine line between entertaining and misleading, because from a PSYOP perspective, the fact that they have this much, you can't, every third video is a Rlaarlo video in my feed on my homepage, and that's crazy. I have 6,000 people I'm subscribed to on just the one account. I get a lot of stuff, so to have that kind of volume within a 24-hour period, and I got a feeling you'll see another couple coming out and then you'll see the guys with the follow-ups and the add-ons and all that stuff, and honestly, those guys did great work. They deserve everything they get, but the fact that they're doing it this way, it leads people to feel lied to, or they feel like they're going to be going down the same path we went down with the X12S. I shouldn't be so hard on Rlaarlo, but I don't really know what else to do at this point. I honestly, if I don't see another rally car again in my feed, I'll be happy. I was relieved to see Tom Lee took a different car, an FMS rally car, and he's smart, because he's saying, okay, there's going to be all this looking for this rally car. All these people are going to be looking, doing all these videos. Well, let's put another rally car. Not that one, but another one that he likes. Now, that rally is big this year. I get it. But to shove it all down our throats this much, this is the stuff that puts people over the edge, like myself. Ever since the rally kick has come on, I'm like, okay, I got to get one at some point. Got to get one. And the next one comes out. Next, MJX got one. Rlaarlo's got one. FMS has got one. TAMIYA's got one. They just keep throwing them out there. And I'll sit back and wait and see which one gets under that 150 range and let it roll. That's the way I do it. We have a budget, and until the car gets to our budget price, we're not going to buy it. So this X12 XTS, I guarantee you that'll be around $200 after the holidays. Right now, they're ripping people off. That's the only way I can put it. They'll probably even have a sale for $199 to push them out the door, but they won't have them in stock. So then they'll supplement some other product. anyways, the salt was real. And it probably wouldn't even be this bad if I didn't have to look at it. I don't even want to turn YouTube on. I don't even want to make a video. I don't want. It's like all I see is a stupid blue car. I hate that car. I hate the way it looks now. I hate and the thing is, I liked that car before it came out. Now I'm just like, too much is sometimes too much. A better marketing idea, Rlaarlo, if you want some advice from somebody that's run a few businesses, you trickle this out. You don't push it out like that. It feels like you're trying to get promotion for your YouTube so that you can then not have to do this anymore, because your YouTube's relatively small for what you are, and you guys just getting free labor. The cars are cheap. You think about it this way: you put $500,000 or $1 million into a marketing campaign with some marketing group, and they do all this stuff, or you send about $10,000 worth of cars to a bunch of these guys, and you got 50, 60 people making videos that you got hours and hours of footage, and good, bad, or indifferent, the press doesn't matter. It's the fact you're getting press, so people will look at your car. And in the end, there will be people that will buy it and people that won't. And a lot of that, is what it is. It is what it is. I just think that, anyways, that's enough of me rambling. I'm sure some other guys feel the same way, and I really think you guys should take it easy on the creators, because I don't think that the creators have anything to do with it. But it'll be easy to find out who the shills are, because the shills will not talk about the negative at all, and it'll be an advertisement as opposed to a review, and they're two different things. Honesty and sharing is one thing, and telling a story and trying to push a product is another. Again, shameless plug, I do Amazon, so I know what it is to push product. I know what it is to have rules around the video you're using, so I understand both sides of it from a creator's perspective. Anyways, like and subscribe, guys, and put in the comments what you think. If you agree, disagree, whatever, it doesn't matter. I've just had it. Rlaarlo, all the, and again, I don't fault the guys. The company just, I really think they think we're stupid, and they're probably right, and they're probably going to sell out, and they're probably going to make a shit ton of money, and you guys are going to do it again. It's the reason I liked WL over Rlaarlo in the beginning. WL was considerably cheaper, $50 for a car that's $150 for Rlaarlo, and you're getting what? Bigger bearings. It's silly. Anyways, I'll see you when I see you guys, and I'm just a little irritated today. I'm a little under weather, so it makes me even more irritable. But when I go to veg and not think about things, and I'm inundated with this stupid car, then I'm gonna say something about it, because I don't want to look at it no more. I don't even want to see it no more. I want nothing to do with it. Anyways, for my speedrun guys, keep an eye. We're looking for a new chassis. We're still gonna run the 917s and stuff, because all the guys that are running it, but we're worried that they're gonna discontinue it. So keep an eye. Habeo, there's a couple other ones thrown out there. There's a Honda Fox or something like a Honda Fox. I don't know. There's a couple other ones. Guys, keep an eye. Think 110 scale. Budget, $150 range for a roller. $250 for a full blown ready to runner. And let me know what you think about that too. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.
Stay tuned for more. Just getting started. Every guy you'll feel worried. Everything you feel the right place. Right this way, you try. Doing some nuts, a little tated by the light. It's great, we're on your side. Don't like say I was right. Really like to play. Right place was Canton 7, winning mile on getting members. Right place, sucker, had his Panthers in.